Okay, so I'm gonna put this first, and then my little freaking rant. Do you see this? They took it out because they're covering it up for Eleanor. They're allowing Eleanor to continue to gang stalk my channel with her co-workers and anybody else that she's associated with. Okay? You see that? Inappropriate content, people. Why? Because I put up a fake little one-letter note. Completely fake. Not legitimate in a court of law. I didn't send it to myself. So YouTube is clearly protecting the criminal. Right? In terms of somebody that can go in there into any hospital in the province of British Columbia, Canada, and do what the heck she wants in collusion with corporations, more than one. Right? This is what YouTube is protecting, as they allow the ongoing gang stalking activity that has been going on my channel since Uncle John was medically kidnapped, through that public system that literally preys on poor people who cannot defend themselves. And then when they try to defend themselves, they pull out the ranks. Funky lawyers with pro bono that give you bad advice because they were not employed as a pro bono lawyer to sue the government for shady practices, or any other corporation for that matter when it relates to a government like a banking system. Right? And because there is no monetization on my channel, YouTube can't make no money. More reason to bury it. If they can't bury it one way, they will find another way to bury it, because what's popular is dressing up like a giraffe, or if you're a man, dress up like a woman and put on makeup, or have a slime bath, fill up your bathtub full of slime and jump in there and videotape yourself doing that. Oh my God, you'll get 1 million views. 1 million views acting like a fucking idiot, right? You bring in something of substance, something that's real, something that affects the community, something that affects the province or the state, something that affects the country, something that affects thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of lives, and YouTube wants to shut you down. That's what's happening here, people. They allowed somebody to continue to stalk my channel and do nothing about it, so that eventually the two of them can partner up with whatever other fucking corporation to shut me down. Because if they're going to allow this to happen, they're going to continue to do it, people. That's why they're bringing in these measures to, they're shutting down lots of people's channels. A lot of truther channels. They're shutting them down because they want you to look at stupid shit. Let me go buy a box of slime, go fill up my bathtub, throw some bubbles in there, put on my little bikini and jump in there and swim around in the bathtub with slime and bubbles. Isn't YouTube just fun? Oh, YouTube is a great place to be. Okay, people. So now it's March 14, 2019. So YouTube deleted that video. And with their new rules that they brought in, honestly, people, I have never monetized anything on my channel. Not once. Right? I've already shown that YouTube can easily redirect. Oh, this camera's just no good. Hold on. I've already shown on my channel how YouTube can grab a video, like when ShaMay died, and we did that celebration of life, and there was one of them where I took a video and I did the, you know, the disco light bulbs, right, and whatnot, and they snagged that video, they put it someplace, and within 3 days it had 2,000 views. And then they took it off from wherever they put it. And they buried it again. Right? Like I said, they bury my videos, people. They've been censoring my channel for a long time. But if you notice, it works better if I don't plug it in. But if you notice, oh, what was I saying? If you notice, oh, this camera is just too distracting for me right now. But if you notice, YouTube does absolutely nothing, people, about, look at the date on that one. Where is it? Okay. Look right there. Google Plus and YouTube. Look at the date. I haven't sent it out yet, people. Haven't quite finished the letter yet either. I was talking about copy strikes, and then was going to talk about the gang stalking. Do you see that? Because the gang stalking on YouTube pretty much started when Uncle John was medically kidnapped. Okay? And because I talk about serious stuff, people, YouTube throws it off into the freaking Twilight Zone. Right? And every now and then, they'll grab one video, and they'll put it someplace where it will get lots of views very, very quickly, and then they'll take it off from wherever they put it, and they'll put it someplace else, and it will just basically die out. Like the rest of my channel. And now, with YouTube doing what YouTube is doing in terms of allowing people who stalk you and who've been stalking you for over 4 years, people, right? YouTube does nothing with that algorithm, right? Nothing, absolutely nothing. They're allowing these same people who stalk you, as they're taking your videos and burying them and making them so that nobody can see them because they're at the bottom of the list, because you don't want monetized. That's a big one. I have never monetized my videos. I work on a nonprofit. I didn't ask for Uncle John to be medically kidnapped. I didn't ask for ShaMay to be murdered in her own home and then be taken to the hospital under false pretense to have her body pillaged through the very same types of people who medically kidnapped Uncle John for his money. And just as they were pillaging ShaMay's body, whether they were embalming it, because they did, people, or whether they took out things and gave it to somebody else before they bombed it, the point is, my daughter should have been pronounced dead in the house. The coroner should have came to the house, did an investigation, evidence should have been collected, which it was not, and then my daughter's body should have gone to the for a forensic autopsy, right? Should have had a rape kit done on her, people, and a full line of toxicology tests, not just looking for what can get the body through the door into the operating room without anybody noticing because she died of fentanyl. Fentanyl was the ticket to take her to the hospital and do what they did. Cocaine was the way to criminalize her. They didn't criminalize her with the fentanyl. They criminalized her with the so-called cocaine. They threw away her clothes. They destroyed the evidence. They got urine out of a body that had already urinated in the house along with defecating. It's just a big cover-up, right? Just like with Uncle John, it's been a big cover-up. We've got Andrew the Dragon covering it up in the court system, right? We got CIBC Bank still hovering in the background, but, you know, it's just another corporation, right? And now we've got Eleanor still, after all these years, stalking my channel, just like she stalked it before. She was stalking it, people, before Uncle John was taken. Because you have to remember, Auntie Joan died in December of 2013. Those people across the water, they had the information to the nonprofit a long time ago because Uncle John asked them to participate, but they didn't want to. They didn't want to participate with a universal school meal program. They didn't want to participate with building in local community programs for the youth in the neighborhood. And I can tell you why they didn't want to participate. Because the majority of them already work for the government. That's why they go out looking for those superannuation life insurance policies and all this other and pension plans within their loved ones or within the system with some old person sitting there, you know, and it's easy to take over their assets because you simply have to accuse them of being confused and not release them from the care facility until they sell their house and then go into some old folks home. This is the stuff that's going on that now I'm starting to think that YouTube, again, is just another corporation, people, that is protecting this kind of criminal activity that is going on in our society because they removed my video based on a one-sentence note that isn't even legitimate in a court of law. Because the woman is clearly still stalking my channel because she doesn't want to get caught with what she did in a court of law. But she doesn't have to worry, though, because the court of law is protecting her. Andrew the Dragon is protecting her. She's got YouTube now protecting her, people. Eleanor. Right? If it's that simple for YouTube to go in there and start deleting videos because of a name, when that fucking note was sent to me, it's not sent to YouTube. It's me. These people affected my life, my children's lives, my grandchildren's lives. They still are affecting our lives. You can see that with my videos on my sewing table, unless, of course, YouTube wants to, you know, delete another video, delete another video, delete another video, until all my videos are deleted, because they're going to close my account, because they can't make money off of me. They already bury my videos, people. It's pretty plain to see. They're siding with the enemy. That's pretty fucking plain to see. Right? For all YouTube knows, I could have freaking wrote that note. But I didn't, people. That thing was sent to me. And after 4 years, I don't have a right to put it into my fucking video to explain my side of the story in terms of how severe it really is. in terms of how it has affected Uncle John's immediate family still to this day due to the actions of this particular person, that particular corporation, while YouTube continues to allow these people to stalk my channel, and then they phone up MCFD, Ministry of Children and Family Development, try and get my grandkids taken away from me. When they're not doing that, they're phoning up the city, trying to get me to lose my house, because if I lose my house, people, then I can't work on the freaking, I can't work on anything. Everything's sitting in a fucking box and I'm sitting out in the streets. Because the housing is unaffordable, right? Because there's no value with poor people. The only value that there is in poor people is taking their loved ones out of their houses, the ones that have money. The ones that don't have money, like Sierra, keep them out on the streets, let them be little prostitutes, let them go in and out of the hospitals with their sicknesses, right? Because, it just keeps that taxpayers' dollars going into the system so they can do their scan this and their scan that. And, they can spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on Sierra at the Surrey Memorial Hospital, but they can't give her housing, proper housing? Well, no. Because they need her out in the streets, people. Right? They need her out in the streets to keep the perverts away from the Eleanors. Because Eleanor has got herself up here so high on a fucking pedestal, she doesn't care what happens to Sierra. But yet she'll be the first one at the door when Sierra walks in through the fucking hospital. And provide Sierra with quality health care. Bullshit. It's bullshit, people. ShaMay was just a commodity for them. ShaMay was worth more dead than she was alive. That's why those people don't do nothing about why or how ShaMay died. Oh, it was the cocaine that contaminated her body. We couldn't take anything from her organ-wise, even if we wanted to. That is a bold-faced freaking lie, people. That is a lie. They couldn't wait to get into her body and take out whatever it was that they took out. And they sold it on the black market because they didn't do it legally. They didn't do it through the organ donation center. 1 in 5 people that die in fentanyl in the province of British Columbia, Canada, have their organs removed legally. 1 in 5 donations. ShaMay was that 1 in 6. Only hers weren't done legally. They were done illegally, and it's my job to prove it. So what now? YouTube is gonna silence that? Hide the fucking truth? Bury it? Or better yet, close down my account because they brought in some funky fucking, I don't know what kind of system they got me on now, people. But they got me on some kind of fucking system if they're going to allow freaking people that stalk my channel for 4 fucking years, ruin my life, ruin my kids' lives, ruin my grandchildren's lives. I have 3 now. Completely ruined Uncle John's life, snuffed out ShaMay's life, destroyed Sierra's life. And you want to know why they don't help with the nonprofit? These so-called professional people that work with the government? Because they got a handle on it. It's their industry. They're the ones that poverty pimp, people. They are the ones that poverty pimp. They don't need to help people like me because their little sidekick organizations go out there and cut homeless hair for a week and paint toenails. Give them a fucking toothbrush and a pair of socks and send them on their way, and we'll see you next year. As they stuff them into freaking homeless shelters that are overflowing with disease, mental health issues, complete sorrow and misery, so that they can say, oh, well, we're giving you something. We'll give you a homeless shelter that's got blood smeared all over the place because we've got 1 bathroom for 300 people. So we don't need to help you, Miss Chorney. Because we've already got it on fucking lockdown over there. And if you come in there and you try and talk about it, you put it on fucking YouTube, what does YouTube do? They bury your videos because they don't want the fucking truth getting out there. Right? Poor Eleanor. Poor baby Eleanor. Right? A little one letter, fucking one sentence, freaking bullshit crap. It's amazing how powerful bullshit crap can get you through life. Right? It's sure getting her fucking far through life. She's got all these corporations fucking protecting her. She's got CIBC Bank protecting her. She's got Fraser Health Authority fucking protecting her. She's got YouTube now fucking protecting her. She's got her co-workers in any hospital that she decides that she wants to go into because Uncle John was in Vancouver, Surrey. This woman lives on the island, way up in the fucking boonies, remember, in the country? How the hell did she cross over the water and get over here and manipulate all these fucking corporations and all these fucking people? She must be a very powerful fucking woman for her to be now manipulating YouTube to take down my videos because I said, Eleanor! Well, people, don't be surprised if my channel doesn't get fucking deleted over this shit because YouTube is getting rid of the people that they can't make money off of. That's what I'm thinking. I don't go out there and fucking do what a lot of these other people do, okay, in terms of I don't have multiple accounts. I don't have fucking backup accounts. I don't fucking go off and, I talk about what directly relates to my family, my community, my country. And these corporations that get you to go in there and build up their fucking whatever, but like my son said, you're nothing to YouTube because they've got millions on their fucking server. You're just a nobody. Well, if I'm a fucking nobody, then why do they keep censoring my shit year after fucking year, but yet do nothing, absolutely nothing to find out who the fuck is stalking my YouTube channel with this shit? Huh? And then come in with their whiny little complaints. Oh, she's getting too serious about it. She put my fake letter up on YouTube as evidence to show how cocky I really am and how corrupt and warped the court system really is. Just let her be a rambling idiot. Don't let her show anything, because if she shows something, people might start taking her serious, and we don't want that, because we want to keep the sheep blind. We want to keep the fucking sheep with the freaking towel over the fucking head. Or like that. How about like that? Keep them like fucking sitting ducks like ShaMay. Don't let the public know what we're doing behind that fucking sheet. Shut her down. Because she's gonna disrupt that money train. Doesn't matter if it's an Uncle John, or if it's a ShaMay, or maybe an Amari who can't move and defend himself and walk out of their fucking hands. They can't even do a freaking MRI correctly or blood tests. But yet, they expect to get paid fucking $50 a fucking hour. And they won't help you with your nonprofit because they're too busy putting $300 into a broken down homeless shelter, saying that that's their nonprofit. That's their charitable act. Oh. All I see happening is YouTube is just trying to find a fucking way to shut down my fucking channel. Right? Because they can't fucking make money off of me. And they're gonna go where the money is. And this shit I'm gonna write. I'm gonna finish the fucking letter that I started in 2015. And I will send it off to fucking YouTube. Before or after they shut down my channel. Because if it's that easy for them to go into my fucking channel, pick this out, pick that out, just like Eleanor 4 fucking years later, still stalking my channel, as Andrew the Dragon is lying in court, lying in court, people. A lawyer lying to a lying judge. They don't want you to see how fake it really is. That's why they took down the video, because they don't want you to see how fake our court system really is. Because they're all protecting each other, because like I said, it is the judge, that baby boomer who is got his eyeballs on people's bodies like ShaMay, because it's people's bodies like ShaMay that they can take out fucking organs and tissues and all this other shit, and then because they're sitting up high on the fucking horse making all this money off the taxpayers' tit, they can go and say, well, you know, the doctor says my heart is going on me now and I need a replacement valve, so you better go find me somebody. So that's okay. The Chorney family has already been targeted. They've been targeted all these fucking years. Just go give that bastard a bit of money. He'll fucking go knock her off, and I'll just be ready for fucking the surgery in a week from now when the job is done. Don't think it's not happening, because it is. So the judge takes a couple weeks off work, gets a heart valve from some poor person that got murdered in their own home. Well, the family is being silenced through YouTube.